They can understand English, they can understand Korean, they can speak it, yet I don't know where is the sound going to in their heads, you know? I'm just so lost. Don't get me started on like how can these characters hear, man? I just love all of them, and yet I'm questioning these little things, you know? It do be like this, you know? By the end of the day, this will all remain a mystery until it will all be answered. Ooh, mysterious. Okay, I kind of give up on playing detective now. My brain hurts.
Annyeong, 여러분! Welcome to the Velvet Room. I am your friendly resident Bowsy. Sadly, I'm not here to help you with any persona-related inquiries for today. Master Igor is not around because I basically kicked him out and told him, hey, I'm gonna record a video in your limousine real quick, so can you, like, get out of here for a moment? So yeah, I decided to go as my own version of a resident in Persona. I was thinking of going as either Margaret or Elizabeth, but I decided, no, make your own, I can't draw for shit, but like, look at me. I tried. Anywho, last time I did this, I was like a detective, so, now I'm going with the running theme of this being in a Persona 4 or Persona 3 themed universe, because they are my hyperfixations for the last few weeks. Last time we were here, we talked about some unsolved BT21 cases. I mean, you can wake up and watch it before going back to sleep, and then you can meet back with me here, Oh, you already watched it, and you fell asleep while you're watching it. That's great! Man, I make a bad resident. Igor, please don't kick me out. But anyways, yeah, I'm glad you watched it. So let's get right into it. In Cookie's backstory, they mentioned they have two best friends, Juki being a brown bunny and Ian who is a pink bunny with black ears. Little did Cookie know one of his best friend's secret would affect their friendship for a while. The trio got into boxing, but it changed over one night. Ian was supposed to fight Juki, and on the full moon, Ian was overcome by this powerful magic. This were-bunny self, or dark entity, if you will. He punched Juki so hard that they got knocked into a coma. I'm not sure if it's a coma, but Jungkook came up with this lore, so I will assume that is the case.
리타가 좀 안 좋게 된 거예요.
쉐이가 안에서.
그러다가 이 병실에서 이제
닌거 받고 있어. 아 진짜?
띠 했어.
띠 하면 안 돼.
아이고.
아 왜 이렇게 극단적이야?
아니야 살려줍시다.
What I would like to know is that, is it possible to punch someone so hard that they get knocked out cold? We haven't been able to see Juki for a while, so it makes you wonder if Juki got into a coma or Juki was hospitalized for a bit and woke up after a while. I don't have a PhD in anything, but based on my knowledge on my degree of watching enough dramas with medical scenes in them, it's safe to assume maybe, that Juki might be experiencing brain damage or some sort of head trauma, depending on how long they've been hospitalized. Don't take my word for it, I'm not a doctor. I just wrote down things that I've been pondering in the BT universe in my phone, and then I'm like, yeah, let's make something out of it. Mentioned in my prior case, during the full moon, Ian turned into a were-bunny or something, but let's go with the were-bunny part, okay? Ian turned into a were-bunny for a short moment, punched Juki, and knocked them out cold. Why didn't Ian explain what's going on with him to Cookie? I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really take detective work to tell you that you need to tell your best friend this. Based on the episode with Cookie explaining their backstory in BT Universe and even the ever so epic Be Together anime opening, Ian did not even try to tell Cookie whatsoever. I don't know, just looking at Ian made me reflect for a moment, for Ian reminds me of myself, and maybe you guys can say the same for yourselves. Because we all have friends who have been around for a while, but regardless of how long the friendship is, you choose not to say certain things about yourself. I don't know, maybe Ian wanted to alienate himself from this Were Bunny side that he has. I'm not sure if alienate is the word, but I find the word cool, okay? Does Ian want to finally tell Cookie? Why didn't Ian even bother to tell his best friends before the incident, you know? And does Ian visit Juki once in a while? Like, I kind of feel like he won't because of all the guilt consuming him. Can't really blame Ian on that part. Though, if it were me, I would cry for a moment. You know, because of what I did. You know, all the guilt will creep in. And then I will build up the courage to, you know, visit and at least explain the situation. And apologize right then and there, you know? But, you know. This is a drama with cartoons. This is the lore. They're stretching it out. So, it's gonna be a moment till we get there. But, you know, when you watch enough cartoons or series, you think to yourself, what will I do in this situation? Because that's how we tend to relate to the characters some more. We relate to how they respond or act towards in certain situations. We tend to put ourselves in their shoes or project ourselves to them and their own actions. Anyway, I'm going off topic. I'm trying to think, why didn't Ian build up the courage to tell Cookie what's really going on? Maybe Ian was cursed, or his bloodline is full of Were Bunnies and he didn't want to scare his only two best friends in the world? You know, after hearing myself say that, that actually kinda makes sense. So based on one of the BT Universe episodes, Spooky is seen popping out of the coal, or the oven, short after the Crunchy Squad were made. Then proceeds to chase after Shuki. Makes me wonder if Spooky is the only one, because if Shuki has 362 friends, plus Crunchy Squad, or Crunchy Squad included in the 362 friends, will Spooky have a squad of their own? Like, is BT21 like the Crunchy Squad, quote unquote, of Spooky, or is it like we'll have Spooky then a separate Crunchy Squad, a Spooky Squad if you will? Because we can assume based from the game sequence that Spooky was made alongside the Crunchy Squad and then was burnt or left in the oven for too long. This can simply be a case of negligence. I mean, not all chefs are perfect and they can burn stuff sometimes. Gordon Ramsay, I know for a fact he won't. But what's surprising is that in an oven with a dozen of cookies, you only burnt one. I'm sure Gordon Ramsay would take that back. He will see it, he'll take it back, he'll get so upset. He's gonna...
Look at this! Look! 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 What the f*** is this?
Because if you leave something in the oven for too long, some of the cookies you're baking will get burnt or slightly burnt, you know? I forgot what reaction was that called. The Maillard reaction, I think?
Maillard reaction.
I learned that somewhere. It's pretty useful. It's the reaction where, when you cook something, it starts to brown or its color seems to change, I guess. I have the stupid, so yes, I'm a bit forgetful. Not really stupid, it's just I forget the stuff I learned sometimes. So it makes me wonder if Spooky is alone from all the rubble, or it's just them, because that's something. Like, imagine you cooked all those cookies, 362 cookies, and probably counting, but you burnt one cookie, and that's Spooky. And that cookie decides to run after the perfectly baked cookies. At this point, after hearing myself again, I kinda understand why Spooky would be upset, you know? Yes, they haven't acknowledged Spooky or their existence. Spooky has no friends. They were left as an outcast. I mean, that in on itself, y'all pretty much made a freaking villain backstory right there. Like, look at that guy. Look at him. Look at him. Villain. You see that? Okay, this is the one I really wanted to touch on for a while now. So, let's get into it. In one of the BT Universe episodes, the scene that Chief was grieving over someone and held onto what seems to be a music box. It could be the prized possession of the said person who passed, or it was just given to them as it reminds Chief of this person. We even saw that, like, Chief was supposed to give it to Chimmy to befriend them, you know? But he broke it, I guess. Or I don't know, he just got upset, broke it. I don't know if they would try to put it back together or not. I'm not sure about the significant value of this music box yet, but it's nice to like theorize for the time being. It kind of makes you wonder, like, who could it be that they're grieving over? Because on the episode, we can probably assume the following. Chief's loved one might be family, or someone they see as family. Chief's loved one is wealthy. Chief's lineage is probably wealthy, who knows? And the loved one that passed probably has a history, background, or just loves music to give, you know, Chief the music box. How they passed will be a mystery for another day. The one thing to note is that we don't really see who they are grieving over. Typically, you put their pictures up, but I guess the animators want to leave us wondering. My other guess is that Jimmy is Chief's brother, and for some reason they never met or they weren't introduced to each other. Or another theory is that since the family must have come from a rich heritage or is just rich, I don't know, maybe there was some foul play or some family secret that, if we're still going with the theme that Jimmy and Chief are brothers theory, probably Chief is the only one who knows of the secret or what happened, and since the rest of the family knew that, oh, Chimmy's gonna be born, Chimmy's going to be coming, or Chimmy is adopted to be the brother of Chief, they decided to just abandon Chimmy midway because of what happened. Because, you know, I've seen those shows where they're like, oh, we have this one kid, and then they gave birth to another kid, and then they're like, oh, we're keeping this one, but we're not going to, yes, let the other one live the life that we're in right now, because we don't want them to experience the struggles that we're struggling right now. The struggle is struggling right now. I can keep coming with all these theories all day, all night. Get it? Yeah. I'm sorry. I can keep coming with all these theories all day, but yeah, I do have to say though that I'm sorry if the theories that I have seem to be kind of dark or angsty. Mostly, like, you know, since BT21 is all cute and stuff, it can be sad. There's some drama, but like sometimes my whatever theories I'm coming up with, I keep feeling like they're kind of dark or angsty. I don't know, or anything under that, or maybe like in between sad and like dark. I don't know. Either way, it's just cause, you know, I watch too much series that are like, I don't know what to say. Like, here are the series that I'm currently trying to continue. Like, judge if you will, like, oh, what happens if, like, you put all 4 of these in a blender, mix it up, drink it, and then yes, oh, well, what's your mind gonna think? I don't even know. All I can say is that mostly watching, like, the first 2, Law and Order and 911, I can say that I'm kind of paranoid when I step out of the house. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But I'm okay. Anyways, back to the topic at hand. How much y'all want to bet the music box that Chief has plays Beat Together or some song that once Chimmy hears it, they'll be like,
Can't get my mind out of those memories.
they just remember, all their memories have regained, it just flashed right before their eyes. I don't know, I just think a movie did something like this before. I don't recall which is it, but we love being forgetful. Anywho, I like to guess that if ever we're running with the theory of Chief and Chimmy being brothers, or, you know, one of which is being adopted by the other, or whatever, just brothers, their caretaker or parent, guardian, whoever it may be, is a successful musician. It could probably explain the music box, maybe even Chimi's love for music and talent of playing the harmonica, but in the wise words of Matt Pat,
But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching.